Crispy pork belly, guys. This is a really simple recipe, simple method. It is one of my favorite methods of cooking pork belly. It's actually up on my YouTube channel, but I thought I'd do a quick little IGTV for you guys today. So the oven is on 180 degrees Celsius, fan forced, and I've got about a kilogram of pork belly with the skin on, ribs off. Let's get started. Let's have fun. Woo! In here, in my mortar and pestle, I have a very lightly toasted mix of coriander seed and fennel seed, which I've then ground up coarsely, added chili flakes and salt to it. Got this really beautiful piece of pork belly here with the skin on, and I've just pat the skin dry, and then I'm just going to flip it over and we'll season this meat side. Pack it on. Beautifully crusted. Look at all that flavor. Okay, so after you have essentially seasoned the meat side of the pork belly, get it onto a rack over a tray that's lined with foil, just like this, skin side up. And then what we're going to do is actually cover this entire skin with salt. You could use iodized salt, you could use kosher salt. I just happen to have a pack of like really cheap table salt lying around. And so what we'll do is just get this salt, and trust me here, all right? Pour all of that on there and like just cover the skin. Edge to edge, just cover the skin. Whole skin is covered in salt. Now, don't freak out. I know it looks like a lot of salt, but what's actually gonna happen in the oven is there's gonna be steam buildup. And all of this salt is actually going to cake together and become one kind of whole piece. We're then going to take that off sort of towards the end of cooking. Okay, next step, I've got boiling water here, and I'm going to fill about half the tray with boiling water. Just straight in there. Don't pour it over the pork, yeah? Just on the side, and just fill the tray halfway up. Cool. It's a small tray. If you've got a larger tray, you probably only want to go a quarter to a third of the way. You just need enough of the water in there that it's actually going to create a lot of steam, and you can see that happening now. When it's in the oven, it's going to steam this salt crust like all together, and it's going to cake it together in one piece. The oven's at 180 fan forced again, so into the oven the little piggy goes, on the floor, on the middle shelf, yeah? Close it up, and it's going to take about 45 minutes to an hour at 180. Okay, it's been about almost an hour. Let's take a look. Oh, that looks so good. See how that crust has like caked and like become one piece? It's actually pulled away from the pork. So we're going to remove that now. Just carefully pull that off. Whoops. There we go. See, it's all off now. Now we'll whack it back into the oven and we'll crank up the heat to about 240 to 250 degrees for about half an hour. All right. 30 minutes up. Woo! Let's have a little looky look. Oh, yes. Oh, that's hot. Oh my gosh. I mean, it's ready. Oh yeah. Damn. Okay, let this cool for at least like 10-15 minutes. It just redistributes the juice into the meat, and that crispiness, oh, that's gonna get extra crisp. Yum. Da-na-na-na-na. Oh my word. Oh, hello. That looks incredible. Oh yeah, it's crispy. Let's talk crackling for a minute. Now, you can see here, they're smaller blisters. It's still super crispy, super crackly, and it'll shatter when you cut into it or when you bite it. Here, there are some bigger blisters, bigger bubbles, you can see right there like that. Now, there's nothing wrong with this side. Like, I love it like this. This reminds me more of like that, like Hong Kong's, like the siu yuk, right? The crispy pork belly you get at like Chinese barbecues and stuff. Now, if you want these bigger blisters, what I've found is you probably have more success if you take off that salt crust at the same time, and then you drizzle a little bit of oil over the skin, and maybe even just rub the skin a little bit with a brush or with paper towel, and then put it back into the oven at like 240, 250, 30 minutes. Now, be really, really careful because there's oil on the skin, it can burn quite quickly, so keep an eye on it. But that's my tip to you. Okay, it's had some time resting. Now let's just, oh, it's quite hot. Let's just check all of that. Oh, look at that flavor. Ah! Yum. It's gonna be a good day. All right, let's cut into this bad boy. Ooh. Oh, lordy. Oh. Oh, it's so crispy. Oh my gosh. I mean, look how juicy that is. Look, it's dripping. Whoa! Drip, drip. Yeah, that's good. Oh. Happy days. Oh, try the recipe out, guys. Pretty phenomenal. I've served it here just cut up into bite-sized pieces, served with some steamed rice and some choy sum that I've sauteed in soy and garlic. This is proper good.